Okay, so what we have here is my homemade incubator it's controlled by this thermocouple here, which is linked to a thermostat here. Holds the temperature roughly between 37 and 39 degrees, which is about right for incubating eggs, about 38-ish on average, so all good. We have a glass of water inside, keeps the humidity up, and the heat source is an old 100-watt incandescent light bulb. So old technology, works a treat. And inside we have a humidity indicator and a temperature gauge just to make sure everything looks okay. Now we have a quick look at what's inside of these 5 eggs inside. So okay, lights out. Can use a candling light to look inside the eggs, so the candling light lights up, shines a light through the shell, and you can see roughly what's going on inside. So we'll have a look at 1 or 2 of these. Now, first one, this is pretty well developed. You can see, turning it round, the big dark area inside is where the chick's developing. I'll turn it around some more. You can actually see movement there. That's that chick inside, and you can even see the veins or blood vessels inside the egg. And turn it around some more. The dark areas is where the chick is growing, and the light areas are basically where the chick will grow into. At the moment that's still the albumin inside the egg, and again you can see the blood vessels. The lines there are blood vessels inside the egg. That one's coming along quite nicely. Next one. This one is not as full, so I'm not sure if it's doing as well, but I did put 1 or 2 of these in a couple of days later, so not as well developed. You can't see much in the way of blood vessels, so this may be a dud. There's a few lines there, might be okay. You can see the mass is up this end. If I rotate the egg, it tends to float upwards, so it's hard to see. Anyway, that one's okay. I wouldn't be writing it off just yet, it might be okay. You can see that there's a pattern on the inside of this shell, which is not a bad thing, it's just from a different bird probably. And the mass is at the top of the egg, this dark area at the top of the egg. You turn it around, and it comes to the side of the egg. That's developing nicely as well, that should be okay at the moment. Now, this fella here, again, is a fair old mass in there. You can see that to the top. Big mass, that's a big chick, that's developing nicely. Nothing wrong with that. Turn it around, hold it up a bit more. There's actually a bit of movement in there as well, that looks fine. And the last one, oh yeah, look at this. You can see clearly the blood vessels inside there. The lines, the blood vessels. Turn it around. Looks okay. Can't see any movement, but it's okay. Looks to be developing just fine. All good. So make sure those are back. I'll get the heat back on them. Close her up. Light back on. Job done. Nighty night.